Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode for my personal channel under the name Christophe Bellard. I have just started two other channels, um, which will be under my tentative brand, but realistically, the just the a noetic function which has been appropriated by millions of human beings, which is noesis. And so I am at once ready to incorporate with individuals who want to participate through a form of veto or a vetting process, under which I would give them access to content publication under Noesis. But otherwise, I've just published my new, well, my what I would call my first full-length movie called La Casa del Cuba, and it discusses the state of being in a new arrival, right? In a state of new arrival, and what that means in terms of contention with and apprehension of reality, and what is found within and relating to that reality. And so, whoever is interested to watch this movie related to the current state of Cuba, um, and more precisely, maybe to a what you would call a tourist view or perspective of Cuba as a country which has developed a very strong uh, commerce of tourism, and so uh, along that line, it was easy and enjoyable to make the movie and to essentially be the director of it, since all the I directed and narrated and made the music, but ultimately the film is trying to overcome the artistic limitations of an author onto the application of some form of understanding of the reality of Cuba as it is the subject matter, right? Nonetheless, I acknowledge that the fact that I am the one who has produced the movie makes it so that the perspective is indeed mine in that sense. And so the relinquishment of authorship is not total, it's only partial. And I leave it at that, in the sense that I wish and I hope that the movie reaches an audience which will perceive it to be an artifact of Cuba in its real, but also in all its its qualities, and that is the important cause of the artistic process which I was trying to convey, however bleak it might appear, or however calming it appears to people like me. Calming in the sense of acceptance of the state of the fact, and the state of the fact remains what it is, and the fact is malleable in fact, and so the information which is portrayed might be seen as totally um, unrepresentative of Cuba as far as the person, the audience, is concerned. Nonetheless, I think anybody that has gone to Cuba or is informed about the current conditions of Cuba will attest to the connection and the undeniable interrelation between the footage that I've presented in the movie and some form of the reality that is Cuba, and one which was highly enjoyable for me as a tourist and as somebody that enjoys partaking in um, or visiting other countries, right? And then partaking in diplomatic or just social acts in general with people within contexts which are not necessarily the ones which I am normatively adapted in, but nonetheless that the adaptogens or the adaptogenetic procedures are often quite fast for me. And so I've thoroughly enjoyed my time in Cuba, and what I've gotten out of it is a form of conscientization upon the state of Cuba, and maybe of the world. In retrospect, I think it further adds to my enjoyment of exploring the world and understanding what is happening with it. As far as the truth of actual reality is concerned, right? The actuality of the world as it forms itself, right? Like history is there, but then the present is there, and then the potential future is there, and all of these things are localized, and then hence I think, or is that a culmination of what we would consider the quantum loop gravity theory is the inconsequentiality of our perspective to be holistic, returning us to a form of a sense of gravity which is localized, and then fields of gravity being created, and so within that context of gravity, we are now playing a game called Into the Breach, which, as you can see, I have spent some time playing. I'm not perfect. Definitely, Rift Walkers were an easy one for me. The Zenith Guards have been pretty good. The only one that I've been unsuccessful with would be the Flame Behemoths. Maybe just the overall quality of their kit is just not very interesting, and so at the end of the day, all I can say is Blitzkrieg seems to be the choice. Let's try to get the last coin. Let's see. See, we're missing quite a bit of squads. Bomber mechs, Arachnophiles, Mist Eaters, Heat Seekers, and Cataclysm. So I'll which one was I looking for? The Blitzkrieg. What is it asking me to do? Block 4 emerging damage. Okay, or emerging. Hold the line. Okay. Let's try to do it. So anyone not familiar with this video game is welcome to try and play it. At normal, I am achievable. No, it's a tough game. You'll see. But perfection is only achieved if you truly reach for it, which I think is the illusion of any task well performed. However enjoyable it is in the moment where you perceive it. And so, where should we start? RST Corporation in the desert, the Archive Inc. in the woodland and the mountainous regions, the Pinnacle Robotics in the icy lands of the mountainous regions, or the Detritus Disposal, which is seems like a radioactive land of bleak and sewage-like. And so here comes the sewage of the archive as the desert and the icy pits form a kind of a blockage to the garbage. Right? How do we achieve these beautiful lands? Through the Detritus Disposal. Okay, so should we start in the desert or in the woodland? I'm in the Archive Incorporated head office. You've shown up in the nick of time. The VEC are overrunning our island archive. The old Earth relics here still have some fight in them. They could help us. So let us access the library. Put it down. Confirm deployment. Okay, so we have 3 potential attacks. Where... Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So I'll move my... here. Okay. Destroy the dam and block Vex spawning 3 times. Okay, so how are we gonna do that? I think the only way to do that... okay. I see something. I see one possible solution. So just to explain to you guys, this one can move around and then grapples and pulls the enemy towards it. This one shoots a rock. Where it lands, it damages, and then if it lands beside, it pushes the enemy, right? And then this one has a lasso that hits the enemy and then does damage throughout. So let's see. Okay. So I'll try something. It will only work partially. Let's put the chances on our side, nonetheless. Okay. So I'll try it. Do it like this, and then we just hope that this one shoots before this one shoots. And then this one will block some of the damage. Okay. And turn. Whoop. Of course it had to not be true. It had to not work the way I needed it to work. Okay, so these guys are pretty aggro. Doesn't really matter. Because I can do this, which is a beautiful combo. And I can do this. So I have achieved the first objective. I did lose a bit of health, which is unfortunate. Okay. So as you see, you can easily what shall we do? I think do something like this. Okay, and then this guy goes there. This guy does this. And then enter in. Beautiful. So we just need to move this one out of the way, and then we're clear to go. Then just for the sake of XP. Okay, so first level, so good. You have to understand, anyone who has not played this game has to understand that you have to account for a certain level of if you play too fast, then you'll miss some of the crucial key points. So it's really about the amount of attention and concentration you put onto the design of the game and its limits and its potential consequences. So obviously we'll go to the pasture first just because it's better reward, and you know how we play here. We play to maximize the reward. Okay, interesting. Let's see. So this one is not. This one needs to be taken care of. That's for sure. So what I'll do here, this one does not reach, but this one does reach. Okay, so first and foremost, like that, and then if I do this, I can do this, then I can do this. And this guy, unfortunately, will have to stay there. Okay, so two. Okay, that's a lot of spawning points. This one's shooting at me, but really. Okay, like so. Then, like so. And then, like so. Okay, so we're not in a bad position. Okay, so that's a easy taken care of, like that. Always looking for the XP, and then this is going to be 2 damage nonetheless. What I could do is, nope, not that. Ultimately, best strategy, I would say, just do that. Take the 2 damage on the other guy, doesn't really matter. Because we only got 1 turn left afterwards, and it was exactly what needed to happen. Okay, so. Oh, okay, so that's the strong ass. Strong guy. Okay, let's try it like this then. Comme ça. Comme ça. Well, that's what you call a clean victory. Got an extra power grid, secured the pod. Pretty strong, second level. Let's take a look here. Weapon available. Is that a prime class? So that's strong. So this guy is a bit more higher in the XP. This one is having a hard time leveling up. Nonetheless, we're getting to a pretty good position. Essentially, Hometown will lead us directly to the last. We could go to the retrospect part, but ultimately what we could do is Hometown and then this secured zone over there. So okay, let's see what it is. So we need to move this guy out of the way. Okay, interesting. This one's attacking this one. Okay. Okay. Okay, you'll see the level of my ingenuity right here, okay? You guys are ready? Oh no, it destroys the train. Who would have thought? So, it's in fact useless. Whereas if this one, then we're only losing one card. All this for nothing. All this for Oh my god. Okay, well that's better than the other outcome. That is comical. I was not expecting this. That's gonna be a nice enchantment though. Come on. Give it to me. Still gonna destroy the train at this rate. Oh my god. Okay. You know what? Carnage is merited in this context, okay? There you go. No train, no names. Who's this guy? Oh, you think I'm not gonna go collect the sweet XP? Sayonara. Yeah. Now we're talking. Because nobody died, only a stupid train, right? What does this train bring? Literally the wheel of thought. And so we now arrive at the excavation site, which provides us air support, which is always much better. So let us head towards the accomplishment of mankind and the proper destruction. Okay, so we need to prevent this one. I don't think that's going to be possible. I have already have my doubts about it. I do not have my doubts about that though. I'm curious. So if I think we'll have to. It's already gonna kill both buildings, so it's what you call collateral. But we have this, so got this proper redistribution and resisted. That's, I mean, best possible outcome, unless the other one would have been resisted as well, which would have been better. But ultimately, we gotta deal with what we have. There's 2 damage, so I'll have to get in the way and then block a hole with the rock. Okay, so okay, yeah, and it's gonna put me on fire. I'll have to do this. Okay, so like that. So I'll be blocking a lot, and I'll probably not end with the less than 4 mech damage, unfortunately. Okay. I can definitely kill this guy. So, and then I can let these guys kill themselves. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. This. And let's just do this, because this one does no damage. Beautiful. So the power grid, not too good. For some reason, I still have access to the star. No. That's comical. They wanted me to believe. Okay, so these 2 have to get dealt with. The only way I can do that, just gonna give me 1 damage. Okay, so I can definitely do this. No, okay, so how? There's one way to deal with this one. Just to do this. And then you can do this. And for this one, okay, nobody died. Only 1 damage to the grid. Still get the extra energy, so we basically recompensed for our energy. And then we lost it all in hometown, but we still have a chance with the corporate HQ with 3 stars on our name. This is a bit of a stupid layout, but that's what it has to be. Destroy the Hornet leader and protect the corporate tower. Okay, the corporate tower is quite far, and these guys are stupid enough to target us like this, so that's perfect. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I needed. Other than the fact that I can't actually attack this. So I'll go kill this one. Okay, so my strategy is quite simple. I'm just gonna divert, kill this one. Do 2 damage on this one. We need to, and then pull this one here. And That's all I can do for this turn. They're strong, but they're not as... Okay, so 2 attacks on buildings, 3 attacks on buildings. Unacceptable. Which means that I have to do something about it. Okay, so let me check. What is this? 1 damage each, okay. Okay, so that's what I'll have to do. Okay, so 1 energy loss. It is a consequential thing. Nonetheless, we have to deal with it. Okay, so... Okay. I think I see the light with this one. Yeah, must be the case. We're still looking at a bit of casualty. At least this big one will be taken care of. For sure. Maybe 2 damage to the grid is worth it, given that we need to kill this. Okay. Maybe we'll get a resisted. Beautiful. Okay, so... You know, not perfect, by all means. The corporate tower is under attack. It's reachable. Ah, perfect. Okay, easy, easy, easy. Easy, okay. So... Never will I allow you to perform such egregious act. Okay. Five stars under my name. Nice. And then go spend the reputation. Honestly, how many stars do we got? We don't want to sell anything. Pushes all units in a line. That's pretty good. That's for any class. Science class. Okay. Anyway. I think one of these for sure. And then the energy to supply. Then we get out of the island and then we reach... I mean, why these two though? You know? You know, the desert is as bad as any. So let's go to the disintegration flats. We might lose because this is a high threat zone, and so you have to believe in the steady formation of the state. So this one is snaring. Both of them are snaring. Okay. Forgot to spend my core things. Ah, that's sad. That's probably why I'm gonna lose, actually. So this one does a bit of damage. Okay, so there's no way for me to attack this one. How much damage does it do? Okay, that's a lot of damage too. So there's a problem here in the logistics. Let's see. Or we sacrifice a building for the survival of this one guy, but that's a lot of casualty for this one. Okay, I'll try something. This might be the end of the video. I want the pod. I'll try to definitely knock this one loose. This one is not knocked loose. And I'm smoked, so everything is not under control. I can't even do anything. Oh man. Yeah, one move. Yeah, and I've lost the entire game. Sorry, on that note, a bit too much exuberance at the end, potentially. Other than the fact that, you know, I'll return to this game. You see, the level of concentration was not there. Plus, I think what I should have done is, well, precisely concentrate on spending my points before entering that battle. But now that I know that the ground collapses once you attack, then I shouldn't have procced the smoke screen onto myself. That was the biggest mistake, because then I couldn't attack, and it would have. But he was flying, so he wouldn't have collapsed. So it was really a tough situation. Actually, let me know if you guys could think of a solution for this startup. Kind of abandoned when I realized that I forgot to spend my core points. So on that note, sayonara.